Paul Newman, Elliot Ness, Henry Mancini, Superman. What's the common connection for these famous, occasionally infamous folks? The answer is Cleveland, or at least Northeast Ohio. Peter Chakarian has gathered the impressive roster of icons who can trace their roots to our area in Pop Goes Cleveland, the impact of Cleveland and Northeast Ohio on pop culture. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, so we have a book. It has all kinds of great information about Clevelanders. Why is it that so many writers and actors and musicians have come from our area?
Well, I think we've got a really impressive group of people that have lived here for a very long period of time. You know, immigrants from all walks and all places around the earth have ended up here. And so what the resulting quality of people that are here is that they have impressive ideas and things that they really want to show to the world.
Let's go through your A-list, or maybe I should say C-list for Cleveland, and you can tell me how they relate to Cleveland. So let's start with Paul Newman.
Well, Paul Newman, you know, born in Shaker Heights and has been an impressive film icon for his entire life, no longer with us, unfortunately, but always made sure to highlight Cleveland as a part of his life. And he went on to be a huge heartthrob, I think,
that's for sure,
as it relates to the female population. But
my wife would drop me like this for him. What about Elliot Ness?
Elliot Ness, public safety director during the Prohibition era in Cleveland, and sort of got to hang his hat on nailing Al Capone. But had an awful lot to do with law enforcement being a big and important thing in everybody's mind, I think, and sort of in that sort of renegade way. And you've seen that character quality come up in movies, actually, further on down the road. He was immortalized in The Untouchables, too.
All right. Music. Everybody knows Northeast Ohio, the music capital of the world. Henry Mancini. Tell us about that.
Yeah, born in Little Italy and had an impressive list of musical contributions, primarily the Pink Panther theme people are most familiar with, but Moon River and certainly many other amazing and impressive songs as well, that a lot of them ended up in movies.
Is Superman the most famous Clevelander?
He is, and as far as I can tell, Cleveland should have a statue erected of Superman in the way that Philadelphia has Rocky. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster obviously created Superman here in Cleveland, and they sold the rights to it for about $130 back in the Depression era.
The same price as Manhattan.
Yeah, pretty much, exactly. It took a long time for them to get their rights back and get their names adorned on that creation. Yes, they ultimately did, and certainly Superman is a billion-dollar industry now, and it all happened here first.
Well, thank you very much. This is a great book. Appreciate your taking the focus and telling our viewers all about it.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me.
We've only dropped a few names, and here are a few more. Bob Hope, Jesse Owens, and the sweetest name of all, Lifesavers, the candy. You can read about our homegrown stars in Pop Goes Cleveland. My thanks to Peter for popping in on us today.
To get hip about Pop Goes Cleveland, call the Cleveland Landmarks Press at 216-658-4144 or click to www.clevelandlandmarkspress.com. Next, on the road to rehab.